Hey guys, it's the Asian Legend here. Today I'm going to be making a skill build guide for the Gunslinger class in Continent of the Ninth Seal. I'm going to be going over the skills, also going to be going over my gear as well. As for the skills, I'm just going to be telling you guys what skills to max and what skills not to max. Also going to be showing you what it does. As for the gear, I'm just going to be showing you guys my endgame gear, also some recommended gear as you are leveling up a Gunslinger. So, this is my first guide video for in general, so forgive me if I kind of catch my words a bit. So, I haven't done one of these in years. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the build. So, first skill we got, reload. For PvP, don't max it. PvE, don't max it. Hybrid builds, don't even max it. Mainly because it's just really basic and it doesn't provide much benefit compared to the next skill I'm going to be going over, which is Lightning Enchant. But it's like a really basic reload that works. No cooldown necessary, but it's really just normal bullets. So, reload, don't even level it at all. Lightning Enchant. This one works the same as reload, but it adds like a lightning kind of flare, while in some skills even enhancing their capabilities. So when you use lightning enchant, just looks like that. Just adds like a lightning kind of AoE. This is just visual flare. It doesn't add like extra damage. However, some skills like electric shot benefit from lightning enchant. Or even Thunder Rain. But I will go over more of those in detail later on. But that's basically Lightning Enchant and what it does as a special reload skill. So, if you're a PvP build, I would max it. But if you're at the endgame build, just kind of level 95, whatever, I wouldn't even bother to put points into it. This one is personal preference for most people, so, but I would say if you're doing a hybrid build, just leave it at level 1. Fast reload. This one works the same as the normal reload, but is significantly faster. As you can see, it's just instantaneous compared to this. It's like an emergency reload skill. Basically, if you're in the middle of a fight and you don't have time to reload, basically you don't have time to reload. It just takes a little bit. You just do fast reload. Now, the only bad side is it does have a hefty cooldown. 100 seconds and 120 seconds in PvP. That doesn't matter too much in PvE since you have plenty of time to reload, but PvP, it can be a huge lifesaver. If you are doing a hybrid build, definitely get it. It will save you in certain situations. So, definitely get it. Next skill we got is Thunder Rain. This is your first damaging skill that you get as a Gunslinger. It's also one of your best skills. Let me show you here. So, it does a pretty good chunk of damage. Like, it really isn't, like, terrible. It does a lot of damage. So, now, this skill also benefits from Lightning Enchant, so we're going to put on Lightning Bullets here when you throw it up. Not as potent, but you do get more AoE. So, it may be bigger bosses, it would be better. However, most PvE builds don't involve Lightning Enchant with Thunder Rain. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be using this with normal bullets because you just have a lot more potency if you use normal bullets. Like, way more potency. Like, it just gets a lot more, you can see. So, Thunder Rain PvP or PvE, regardless, max it. It is a very good skill. Deep Sniper is the next damaging skill on Gunner. Now, this one puts you in like a sniper stance. Very good range for a skill. Very good damage as well. Now with Lightning Enchant, you just add like a stun. Like that. You can take advantage of that in certain combos. So like, say you want to do Lightning Enchant, like that. Stuff like that. There's many options you can do when you stun someone with a Lightning Enchanted Sniper. So, I'll show you here. That. Many options you can do. You can just have to figure it out on your own. PvP or PvE, or any hybrid build, always max it. Next skill we got is Buster Shot. This is a really good skill. It has a burning dot when you hit somebody with it. That shoots 3 times. Now, most people don't know that if you cancel with shift right click with Buster Shot, you actually get an iframe like that. You can use that to your advantage in some situations in PvP, but it's really nice that you can cancel it at any time without having to waste your rolls and stuff. So, but as you can see, good damage. This skill doesn't benefit from Lightning Enchant, so even at normal bullets with it, you'll be just fine. So, absolutely max it if you are a PvE and PvP kind of build, or just a hybrid. So, definitely max it. Now we got Air Stinger here. This one is not too strong for, like, I guess, PvP. However, it does have a lot of HP, so it can take a lot of hits. Basically, Air Stinger is more of a defensive skill, as you can see here. You can also blow them up with shift right click like this. And it does a good amount of damage as well. So, Air Stinger, you can also even like change the direction. You want to go that way, press W. You want to go left, press A, etc. In PvP, this is more of a defensive skill, but in PvE, this thing does a ton of damage. And I'll explain that with, as you can see here, Deep Sniper. So, if you use Air Stinger and use Deep Sniper, the stingers do damage. So Glacial Shot, same thing. Buster Shot. So, whenever you use Glacial, Buster Shot, or Deep Sniper, this skill really kind of benefits. And the more you have, the more damage it'll do. So, as you can see there, just does crazy amounts of damage. Very good for big bosses. That's where it really like shines. You can like essentially one-shot a lot of bosses if you have like 3 sets of stingers. So, Air Stinger, if you are PvE, max it. PvP, you probably could max it if you have extra points, but you could probably just leave it at level 1. So, this one, I would say, just max it either way, it's really good. Open cover fire, I can't really show you here, but basically, it's a new skill that they added in the like first initial rework with Gunslinger. I can't show it to you here, but basically, you summon like 6 like soldiers, and they just fire a bunch of bullets. It's more of a PvE kind of skill. It's for like those early game players. Now, I have maxed this, but I honestly don't find myself using it very much, so you could just kind of skip it. Personally, if you don't have extra points, you could just skip this skill. So, I wouldn't max it if you don't use the skill. So, yeah. Hide is a fantastic skill, as it got a recent buff in the second or so rework of Gunslinger. It now gives like 35% more resistance. So, you become invisible, and as you can see here, this little buff, that's a damage resistance buff. Lasts for about, according to this, in PvP, about 19 seconds, which is pretty good. It's like a semi-defensive skill. It kind of gives you more defense if you need it to tank some hits, but it's really good for PvP. If you are a PvP build, max it. PvE, you could kind of get away with level 1, but I had extra points left over, so I decided to max it. So, if you are doing a hybrid, I would suggest that you do max it. So, yeah. Next one we got is Sky Kick. Sky Kick used to be so good back in the day. It used to have a bit long cooldown. Basically, you kick enemies up in the air. The more you level it, the higher the launch height. So right now it's just at basic height of 0%. But as you further level it, it does more damage and has a higher height. Back then, Sky Kick used to also reduce cooldown too, but now you're just getting more launch height and more damage. So, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still a great skill. This skill also breaks like semi-super armor as well. But you can also combo it like this. It's the perfect height you need. You don't even need to level it more past that. Sky Kick, maxing it, I'd say it's personal preference, but if you are doing a hybrid build or a PvE build, level 1 is fine. So, however you want to take that. Glacial Shot, same thing as Buster Shot, but it has a chance to freeze the enemy at firing ice bullets. It's really good in that regard. Good damage as well. Chance to freeze. If you already maxed Buster Shot, you're gonna need Glacial Shot. So definitely max it for the most part. So yeah. Electric Shot. Another good skill on Gunner. Electric Shot looks like this. This is with normal bullets. Not very like potent and stuff. You know, just kind of weak AoE and stuff. Now, when you put Lightning Enchant on it, it'll just significantly increase the AoE. I think it does increase the damage too. Let me find out. Oh yeah, so you do get a few more hits with a Lightning Enchanted version of Electric Shot. So, as you can see there, it's a lot more powerful. Just like that. So, I would max it for both PvE and PvP. So, there's nothing more to say here. It does reduce movement speed when you're using lightning bullets, 70%. And it also has air damage to it when you use lightning enchant. So, yeah. Nothing more to say, just max it if you are PvE or PvE. Rising Circle, really good skill as well. Basically when you use it, it kind of shoots all around, all bullets at you for like a 360-degree radius, like that. Really good. You can also even mix it with other skills. Let's see here, let me try that again. But basically, I'm going to do that, low kick, there you go. So if you manage to get all the bullets onto the enemy with Rising Circle, like that, it does a ton of damage. Even better with lightning bullets. Not too much better, but you just get like a satisfying like zap sound. It's so nice. Watch. Um, it's just so satisfying. Like that. It just looks so cool when you just hit all the bullets with it. Rising Circle, for the most part, in early PvE, I would say max it. PvP, it's also worth maxing as well. In general, it's a really great skill to use. Good defensive, also good offensive kind of skill. It also comes with a knife frame initially, like that. Then it goes into semi-super armor. So you can kind of dodge certain skills with it, like this. So enemies coming at you, just shooting at you, just kind of dodge it. You can use it to dodge. So Rising Circle, just max it. It's totally worth it. PvE, PvP, doesn't matter. Piercing Shotgun. Another good skill. Does like 2 kicks into a hit like that. Now these 2 kicks grant super armor, so you can tank certain skills with it. And it does pretty good damage for the most part. Like, you can even also use it in a combo. Like this. I kind of messed that up there. But, messed that up again. Like that. That's like a really basic combo you can do with Piercing Shotgun. In PvE, it's also good because it increases like the shots you fire with it. So at max level, 13 shots, really good for the amount of damage that it does. So you got the 2 kicks for that. Lightning enchant, it just adds a more visual flare and air damage dot. Like that. Just however you want to use it, normal or lightning bullets. It's really good. Max it. So that's all for Piercing Shotgun. Mental Break Shot. This one is more PvP in my opinion. Although it is decent in PvE, the damage is actually pretty decent. But when you have the skill book for it, it does a lot more damage. But this as a standalone skill doesn't look like a lot of damage. So this one is debatable. You can max it or not. I would say max it for PvP. PvE depends if you have points left over, but I think it's a good overall skill for PvE, so I would say max it. Limited Shot, one of the most broken skills on Gunner. There's like a couple ways you can use it. You can use it in the air, pressing Q, or you can just use it like in your face like that. Or you can also use it to like make enemies like go in a certain direction. Now you can also chain it with your right-click skill, like that, to kind of knock them down. So after the stun, see how it just stuns? So you can use that, knock them down, and then do a combo. You know the idea. So let me try to combo him here real quick. So it's kind of tricky to use, but you know, you could do some combos with it. You get the idea. So, but the reason why this skill is so good, you reduce the enemy's defense by 28%, and it's 19 hits. So at level 19, 19 bullets per shot is absolutely insane for the amount of damage this skill does. And the defense down applies when you initially hit them. So it's really strong. Low cooldown as well, 18 seconds. Not that long at all. So definitely max it if you're PvE or PvP. Shotgun, really nice PvE skill. It's also decent in PvP as well, but um, you have a lot of skill points as a gunner, but basically, normal bullets do like a little swing. So it shoots 5 shots. Now when you do lightning enchant, it does 7 shots. But as you can see after the 5th shot, it's pretty much not going to benefit much, so this would only matter much if they're like against the wall. Then you can really do a ton of damage with shotgun with electric bullets. So I'm just gonna do it here. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, they're just straight up against the wall. It does good damage. If you are PvP, definitely max it. PvE, also max. Highly would max skill out. Evasion shotgun. This one's a really nice skill. It's very good in terms of like damage. It also benefits with lightning bullets, where it adds like a dot. But basically, it shoots 4 times. But if you're shooting the enemy like this, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit all the bullets. But if they have a bit of distance, I would say it's not going to be as effective. So I'll show you. See, like the 4th shot, always going to probably miss. So usually, what I like to do is do that. That into a combo, because the only time you would ever use the 4th shot is if they're against the wall. So I'm going to show you guys with lightning bullets when he's against the wall. So let me show you. See, like that. That's when evasion shotgun would shine in terms of like PvP. PvE doesn't really matter, but after the 3rd shot, as you can see here, you get a bit of an iframe. Now, during that initial iframe, you can actually chain into other skills. So, kind of do this. You can do like a combo, or you can do like cool stuff like that. Basically, after that spin, you can do like another skill into it, like Buster Shot, Glacial Shot, Deep Sniper, whatever you want to do. So, in that regard, for PvP and PvE, totally max it. It is absolutely worth it. So, I've pretty much gone over the action skills. One thing I should probably mention before I forget to mention it, which I probably forgot. Lightning Enchant will benefit Thunder Rain, and added air damage shot to this. Deep Sniper. I think that's it. Electric Shot, Rising Circle, Piercing Shotgun, Shotgun, Limited Shot, or not Limited Shot, Evasion Shot. So, Lightning Enchant benefits those skills by adding an additional air damage dot. Whether you find that useful or not is up to you, but majority of the time when you are playing a gunslinger, whether PvP or PvE, you're most likely going to use normal bullets. So, Lightning Enchant is just kind of an extra thing for like visual flair, in my opinion, but also good in PvP as well. So, with that all being out of the way, let's get into the command skills. Commands. So, Bullet Amp, level 1, it's just your basic attack, it's, nothing special. I never find myself using it, so just leave it at level 1. If you do find yourself using it a lot, and if you have extra points left over, you can go ahead and put some points into it. Evasive roll, Essential Hunter skill, just, roll. Nothing special. Rising attacks also by default. Evasive attack and evasive dash, those are all get by default. Dash, that's an essential skill. Blow kick, leave it at level 3 to get spin kick combination. which does require blow level 3. It looks like this. It lifts the enemies in the air a bit. However, the downside is it has no frame. So no iframe and all that. So you can easily like get interrupted by other skills. But basically, best way to use it, sky kick into that, and you know, basically you kind of use it when they're already in the air. So low kick, level 3, just to get spin kick. Now spin kick, there's two different ways you can use it. You know, just to hold F like that, or you can use arc step kick, which is where is it here? Arc step kick is this one. Left, right click, or right click. So kind of like this, and then press F. So really essential skill because spin kick combo. It also gives super armor, which allows you to go through skills as long as they're not grabs. So definitely would get spin kick combo and blow kick. Crouch, a very essential hunter skill. Crouch allows you to be immune to range attacks, most range attacks in the game. It also kind of makes you briefly invisible. It also even has a pretty low cooldown. As you can see, about 7.1 seconds. Not bad at all, actually. But initially, when you go into crouch, there's an iframe right when you initially go down, so you can use it to dodge like certain attacks. You can also get out of crouch easily with basic or sky kick or low kick. You can also get out with like a roll like that. Crouch is a very essential skill for PvE and PvP. Definitely max the skill out. Gun Smash, personal preference. I did max the skill out just because I use the skill a lot. Basically, it looks like this. Normal right click. It's like quite a amount of damage. Now, when you hold it down, you kind of go into the sniper stance mode right here. Now, just hold it and then let go. Shoots. So you can actually combo into it like this. I ran out of bullets there, so I'll try again. So let's see here. You know, you can combo into Gun Smash. It's a good combo starter. It also catches people off guard because it's so fast, like, you know. So, Gun Smash, most people would leave it at level 1. But I like using the skill, so I decided to max it. If you do have extra points, it'd be better to put into other skills, but if you are PvE or PvP build, most people would just leave it at level 1. So, if you like using it, just max it. So, nothing more to say there. Gun Crash, this is your grab skill, while not really being a grab. Basically, you hit them like that. No frame, it's just a grab. Now, it's not like it's not a normal grab skill. It doesn't involve like actually grabbing people. So if you're using this against someone with super armor, it doesn't interrupt them. But the good thing is when you hit somebody with it, the first hit, and then you get an iframe during the second hit, like that. So it's more used as a stun skill if you can land it. It's part of the like OP stun combo, like this. Try that again. So, you know, it's pretty flexible, but it's mainly used as a stun. So as you can see there, lightning bullets. I believe it does not get a dot. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, it does. So, lightning bullets, you just get a dot. Nothing really special, but this skill also benefits from lightning bullets. So, I find this more of a utility skill, in my opinion. So, I would just leave it at level 1. So, dodge shot. This is more of a PvP skill. That's a really good, like, it's a really good skill for PvP. You just kind of dodge and shoot, even combo into it. You know, most people that I see don't even use dodge shot, but I like using it a lot, so I decided to max it. With lightning bullets, it just gives a damage dot. Also, if you are using lightning bullets with dodge shot, it doesn't come with the most benefit when it comes to comboing. It's a little slower, in my opinion. If you have high attack speed, that's hardly noticeable, but there are certain things you can't do with a lightning enchanted dodge shot versus a normal bullet one. So, like this, like that combo, most people probably can't do. But with normal bullets, it becomes significantly easier, like this. Basically, you can get out of dodge shot initially faster while using normal bullets. If you are a PvE user or a PvP, most people would just leave it level 1, but I like using it, so I had extra points. I decided to max it. Why not? I already went over Arc Step Kick. It basically is this. The initial, like, split second is iframe. Hard to see, but there's a white glow, like that. And like I said, you can use it with spin kick combination to a combo like that. You can even also use it into, like, other skills. It's a good, like, semi-dodge skill, but it's not really meant as a dodging skill. But it works better than blow kick if you're trying to use spin kick combination. Like, it works 100% better. Like, it just feels a lot better to use, just because it has an iframe. So, that's all for Arc Step Kick. Just leave it at level 1. It's more utility, in my opinion. Smash Upper and Trigger Happy. So, Smash Upper, press Shift E, basically does like an uppercut, like that, into a slam. Now, Trigger Happy is triggered after you press left click after that, so like this. Looks really awesome. Looks like it's so badass and stuff, but the only problem is it's hard to land. Maybe in a combo you could try landing it, but 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be using it much, so like, I don't know, like that. But it's kind of tricky. It's mainly used as a finisher though. You can actually use Smash Upper into blow kick. So if you knock it down like this, as you can see here, let me show you. So, oh, minus here. Okay, F after Smash Upper right here. So Smash Upper, the skill, and then press F. So like that. It's not as reliable though. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is something you need to know. So, Smash Upper level 1. This one just it's already master at level 1. Don't even bother trying to use it actively unless you're maybe PvE. So, PvE you get a full iframe, while in PvP you get semi-super armor while you're in Trigger Happy. So, I don't think it's something you should try to actively use if you're doing PvP. So, it's just kind of flair, I guess. So, anyways, that's enough of that. Double dash, essential, extra dash. Keep in mind the second dash does not have an iframe. It also scales with movement speed. So if you have more movement speed, you'll dash significantly faster. You can also even chain it into dodge shot, like that. You can even, like, you know, do up, that, like that. There's many uses with double dash. You just gotta find it, and yeah, it's a really essential dash skill. So, that's enough for that. Tactical dash basically is a dash while you're in the sniper stance for deep sniper, buster, and glacial. Just kind of changes your position a bit in case you need to move out of the way, like that. Or if you're on Buster Shot, like that. Or if you're doing Glacial. So keep in mind, and I forgot to mention this beforehand, after firing the first shot of Glacial and Buster, it doesn't actually use a dash, so shoot, dash, no dash is used, shoot again. Same with Buster Shot, so shoot, dash, shoot. No dashers used. The tactical dash only applies when you haven't fired a shot of any of those two yet, so Glacial, it'll use your tactical dash, and if you actually go in again, it'll use your double dash. So double dash is not only just used for just normal usage like that after a dash, it's also used as part of your sniper stance movement. So that, as you can see right there, like that. So just be mindful of that when you are using those skills in PvE, to just shoot, dash, shoot, or shoot, dash, shoot, etc. So, definitely get it, it's really good. Moving expertise, this one's a bit controversial, and it still is controversial to this day. Basically, you're moving and then you just hold left click. It doesn't feel right, but you need moving expertise for some skills, so basically you're just shooting like that. However, it's controversial because you, even if you're not shooting shots, you're wasting bullets, see? It's like, right there. I'm like pressing AD over and over. I'm not even shooting any bullets. So, that's why I said be careful when using this. You almost will never find yourself using it, but it is meant as a necessary skill for certain skills, which I will explain later. So, moving expertise, I would just get it. So, air expertise, it's like your double jump. You can also like, while you're jumping in the air, shoot, jump, or you can change direction, stuff like that. A lot of uses for it. It is on a cooldown, 10 seconds per use, which is interesting because when you bypass that cooldown altogether, if you have like really high cooldown reduction, you can pretty much fly. So, air expertise, definitely get it. It's worth it for PvP and PvE. Alright. So, that is all for the command skills. I pretty much think I've gone through everything here. Trigger happy. Yep. So, I'm going to be moving on to the final section, the passives. So, there's a lot of passives that I have actually skipped here, but I will just go over them briefly as I say it. Thunderstorm basically increases the damage of Thunder Rain even further. It's only one level, just get it. Gun Masteries you should always get. This one gives physical attack and targeting range. Can't go wrong with that. So, Max Bullet, always get. Range Mastery gives you more strength and targeting range. Now, the only passives I don't have is Valiance Mastery, Speed Mastery, and MP and HP passives. Those are only good when you're in the early game. When you go into the late game, you have so much HP and MP, it doesn't really matter. Same with Evasion and other stuff. Oh, I also don't have Sharpshooter Bullet. That one's more PvP, so I don't have those passives. So that's why I have extra. That's why I have extra skill points to put points in like Gun Smash or Hide. So keep that in mind. But the end game, you should be only maxing Thunderstorm, Gun Mastery, Maximum Bullet, Range Mastery, and sometimes critical increase, depending on how much crit you have. So those are the only passives I would consider maxing, as you can see here. Pretty much self-explanatory, just the damage-based passives, as you can see. So, anyways, so I'm gonna be going into my gear now. So, let's put my gear on. So, I'm a whale. I kind of have access to some like pretty high-level gear, and I've done a lot of enhancements to it. Generally, the endgame gear. Say if you're like 75, you want to go with the gear shop gear. Whatever it is for your class, or in this case for Hunter, you want to go for this when you're 75. Weapons, same thing. Go for musket and dual gun when you're level 75. 85, you would start going with Judar gear. So I have a Judar weapon that's 85 that I'm still using. There's another one that's slightly better that's like 90, but I'm not using that yet. So, but endgame gear, you're looking at 90 divine gear right here. A 75 Sky Dragon dual gun, a 85 Judar Jin Kalpa musket. The brooch is also 85, the Nepahai brooch. However, if you are on the lower level, a Hernad brooch volative is the way to go. It still does pretty much the same, just so you're missing the region damage. So not too much of a difference if you have that one. You do get you do miss region damage and resistance to Judar, but that doesn't matter to most people as far as I know, so it's kind of an extra bonus. But generally, you want to go with a Volative Splendid or a Volative Divine for brooches. And if for the 85 side, the Nepahai Splendid, Nepahai Divine, both have to be willpower. So, Gunslinger accessories, they're good, but they're kind of cash shop exclusive. If you don't have these, I would recommend Hernad accessories. Or if you can get yourself a Glens or a Swirling Crimson Flame, those are also good alternatives. So, I think that's about it. Earring, you could go with Casillas right here. Casillas is a good alternative to that. This necklace, I'm going to show you one more time here. I don't have Glens because I put on another character, but generally you want to go for that, or you can go for consumers, whatever works for you. Bracelet, if you can get it, Blessing and Pain all the way. Otherwise, Confession would be another good alternative. Both give crazy amounts of damage and have good their uses, but Blessing and Pain is the king in my opinion. Now, for rings, go with the Hernad rings if you cannot get just the Valentine rings, mainly because you just give 8% cooldown with the 2-piece, which is crazy high. Not even Hernad accessories can pretty much rival that. So, if you are a gunner though, cooldown all the way if you can. But these accessories I stand by. I think they're the most superior for the Gunslinger. So, I would go with those. Belt. This one is kind of hard to get. A triple physical belt if you can. Otherwise, you can go with the Hernad belts, or you can also go with, let me see here. Yeah, Hernad belts, or like a consumer belt. Right, fine. You can go with this one as well. Now, this one I'll go over a little later, but it's a good belt because you get good concentration and crit damage, and then you also get a defensive kind of benefit with Flaming Rain. However, these are out of reach for most people, so I would recommend you would just go with the Chaos gem set that you can get from Chaos Spire and Raven. So, um, yeah, this is as pretty much as fleshed out you can get as a gunslinger. Most people probably won't ever get access to this level of gear in the long run. So, but yeah, just to briefly, 90 divines, 75 sky, 85 or 90 muskets. Both must be divine or immortal. Constant accessories, you can get them. Otherwise, you can get Lens Pride, Swirling Crimson, or Casillas. This belt, Consumer Belt, or Hernet Belt. Blessing and Pain, if you can get Confession, would be an alternative. Or you can go with another Hernet accessory. Hernet ones actually give some good benefit too. Let me find it here. Like, that's pretty good. This is at level 80, so and then these rings, if you can get them, totally get them. But that is my gear. I'll show you guys the wings. Nepahai souls, they're kind of like out of reach for most people, but as an alternative, maybe go nostalgia. I'll show you. I think I have nostalgia. Yeah, I do. Okay. So these are out of reach, but they are much better than nostalgia. These ones are accessible to most people, as you can see here. Side effects, they're both really good. But the best thing about Nepahai or Light of Dawn, that would be an alternative, you basically don't have to suffer from mana drain. So the problem with nostalgia is you're going to be constantly dealing with mana drain. So however you want to deal with that, that is up to you, but nostalgia if you are mainly on the free-to-play side. So wings, these are also out of reach for most people. Otherwise, you can go with the pink ones here and find it. These ones are a little more accessible, not by much, but if you can get these are also really good as well. As for runes, okay. Poseidon is pretty accessible to pretty much anybody now, but those are the runes I would go with. I don't have the new Nepahai ones yet, but yeah, they're all splendid, divine, you know, fun special. So, as for pet, I would go with the this one is like inaccessible, the gold Lapu. This one's really good. But if you don't have this pet, I would go with the I think the gold Lapu or the other one. I think it's the Nimue, but it's the one that gives physical attack. So those are your options there for gear. So, anyways, if there's anything that I've missed, I hope I haven't missed anything. Let me know down in the comments. I'd be more than glad to answer more questions. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching this fairly long Gunslinger guide. This is the longest I've ever recorded a video, actually. So, I'll leave it at that. I'll be going over the skill book guide for this later, but I'm going to get this video settled and going. So, in the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Like the video if you did. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.